Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, is my co-host, Trav the Trash Man Martin, and we are doing the season finale for part 1 of American Horror Story double feature, and it is episode 6, Winter Kills. So before we get into this review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button, so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on the channel. And as D always says, Trav,
hey, you know the podcast is in the description. Make sure you like, you follow, and you subscribe, baby.
So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So Trav, I know we've been saying this, since episode 1 of this season, but like all 6 episodes of the first half of part 1 have all been fire. This was a good season finale to the first half of the double feature. I wasn't expecting that ending though. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't expecting Alma to kill her dad, but it's like as soon as I saw her give that smile to Ursula, I was just like, yeah. I was like, Harry's gonna die.
I already knew. I already
it's
knew.
Like this man,
she was
like,
lying.
She already killed her mom, and that was something too. Is that like I was hoping that we was gonna see Doris when Ursula had went to the graveyard to recruit all of the monsters, but she wasn't there. So I was just like, well, where is she?
Well, bro, hey, I called it when Ursula pulled Homegirl aside and she like pitched her a plan, and she went back and told them that they need to kill them. I told you, bro, it was all part of the plan. I called that.
You did say that. Yeah, because
I knew that was
ran
out
of the
case,
room.
bro.
She came back.
The baby.
Alma was like, she's like, we're gonna live with ourselves, me, you, and our son, and she was just like, sorry, Daddy, it's only the 2 of us. And he was like, what do you mean the 2 of us?
Now
and she took him out.
Now I'm a nitpick because that's what I do.
Right.
There's a couple things here that could have been better.
Okay, let me hear it.
Of course the keel, because we was talking about Keegan Michael Keel. So, the kills to Austin and
Belle.
Yes, and Belle. It happened so quick. It was lackluster. You've built these characters up all season, and I don't know. I wasn't really feeling that. And oh God, what was I about to say? The other thing is, they go to Hollywood. She's pitching this dude's scripts, right? Yeah. She sold his scripts. Yeah. Nobody's like, where's this guy at? Like,
yeah, I was wondering about that too. And it's just like, and now Alma, she's with the chemist.
Yeah, where's CPS,
Ursula.
Bro?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Like nobody knows what happened to Harry and Doris. You know what I'm saying? And
nobody's even asking.
Yeah, nobody's asking. And then that was something else too. I mean, it's not a nitpick, but it's like when they go to Hollywood, it's like, there's so much more creatures there than there was in Massachusetts. And I was talking with my friend about this earlier, and she was like, well, you got to think when it comes to LA, like so many people, they go to LA with these hopes and dreams that they're going to make it. And it's like either they're going to make it or they're not. But there's a lot of people who go there and they don't make it. So when you see like all of these people in that room where it's just like where Ursula's just like, you take this pill, your dreams can come true. It's just like there was nobody in that room that was talented, So it's wild, like how crazy the ending was. I mean, I thought it was a good ending, but yeah, like you said, it's weird that nobody has asked about Harry or Doris. Also, too, like Alma is she's pure evil, man. Like she is wild. And like I said in last week's review, I do hope that we get a reference from her as an adult or something later on down the line when they do, future seasons.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Because I know you keep wanting them to tie in this somehow to Death Valley. But I just don't
do that.
Well, they can't because Death Valley takes place in the 70s.
Yeah, but bro, like I just feel that the aliens, like that's what the pill is, man. It's something involving the alien, because it's like you don't have this promotional artwork where it's just like you see the monsters and the aliens with their tongues on the pill and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that we're gonna see what happens in the 60s, and the aliens are gonna end up getting killed, and they're gonna be using the aliens' brains or DNA to.
Okay, so you're saying they'll set up for how they develop this pill.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's what I see happening.
I could see that.
But yeah, I mean, like, but bro, this was a good finale for the first half. Yeah, what you said about Austin and Belle getting taken out so easily, it's like I get where you're coming from, but you got to remember, it's just like they had like so many of the creatures coming in there and getting them all at once. But it's like, it just makes me think that at the end of the day, it's just like, yeah, they were killers, but they weren't, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they weren't like natural born killers, if that makes any sense. It's like they killed so that way that they could eat. But when it came to like hand-to-hand combat, you got to remember, like, Belle's an old woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she doesn't have any combat experience, and Austin doesn't have any combat experience either. They just know how to kill people. Like, it's like we've seen this before, and we've talked about this on like superhero shows and stuff. Like me and D talk about this on Stargirl, where you have Beth, and like Beth, she doesn't have any hand-to-hand combat. So it's like if the villains were to surround her, like she's not going to be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the same thing with Belle and Austin, where it's like they were surrounded and they just didn't know what to do. Like of course they did take out some of them. You know, I mean, I give them props for that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like they were overwhelmed.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm trying to think what else happened.
Well, so that's the other thing too. It's turned into complete mayhem in Hollywood.
Yeah.
The National Guard would be brought in at this point. There's so many pale people running around. Nobody has ratted out Ursula at all. Like, hey, this strange girl's offering me these pills, and they haven't got enough complaints about that. There's just too many things that's just wild at the end with no repercussions that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, and I also don't understand like how Ursula was able to get the pale people to come with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know she offered the pill and whatnot, but
yeah, aren't they supposed to have no brain function, quote unquote, to be able to comprehend what she's doing and think for themselves? Yeah.
Well, and remember, she had said something. She was just like, I was surprised that they listened to me.
Yeah, so were we, because it make no sense.
Yeah, man, but but yeah, like I said, it was a good episode, regardless of like some of the small nitpicks. It was still a good episode. It was a good start to the season, and I can't wait to see what happens in Death Valley. So, Trav, any final thoughts? And what is your rating for this episode? And then what is your rating for the whole entire first half of Red Tide?
Right. Well, I'll say this: I was glad that we got more stuff past being in Massachusetts, like they moved to Hollywood, and I'm glad we got to see all this stuff, but there was too many things that just didn't line up for me and make sense from a writing standpoint. So season finale wise, I give it about a 7. But the first half as a whole, I give it a good solid 8. I really enjoyed it up until the last episode because I just have too many questions.
Yeah. Okay. For the season finale, I give it a 7 out of 10. Like I enjoyed it, but yeah, like you said, like there's a couple of questions that I just feel, or not questions, but like there was just certain scenarios where it was just, I feel like they could have been executed better.
You go.
Compared to how everything was executed so far up to this episode.
Absolutely.
I thought everything was executed excellent. Did I say that right? Excellently.
You said excellency, like they a king, boy.
Yeah, I said excellent. That's what I meant to say. Excellently. I think that they did a good job. I was disappointed that we didn't see Doris, because it's like I just wanted Doris to get revenge or something. Like, how wild would it have been if Doris would have came up in that house and then would have killed Alma? You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't like it when there's a happy ending, but it really wasn't a happy ending, if that makes any sense. Like in season 9, 1986, like remember, it was a happy ending at the end of the series, and it's like when I watch these shows, I don't want there to be a happy ending. I want like Apocalypse, for example. It's like, remember the ending we got with that? It was just like there was a new Antichrist. You know what I'm saying? So I am looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with Death Valley. As episodes 1 through 6 overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed every single episode. I was hooked on every episode, and I really hate Alma, but the actress who plays her, it's just like she does such a phenomenal job.
Yeah, she's incredible.
If she makes me hate her, and I'm sure she's made other people who watch this season hate her, then she has done a phenomenal job. And like I said, I want to see her down the road. Like I want her to be like one of the series regulars. You know what I'm saying? Like how we've come to know some of the other cast members that have been a part of American Horror Story over the years. So with that being said, let us know in the comments what you thought about the season finale for Red Tide. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know what your rating is for it. Trav, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
Of course, as always, you can find me on the Instagram at ZK Audio. You can hit me up on the Twitter at TRAVIOSZK. And of course, man, where they going to find podcast #1 hero at?
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching this review. Make sure that you check out some more reviews that we have here on the channel, along with reaction videos and some interviews that we have here as well. Make sure you check out our podcast where we drop brand new episodes every Tuesday with the video of that episode on YouTube that Friday. Like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.